Page 23 to 24. The Secret of the Method, Episode 23 to 24, The Trial of Light and the Necessity of Change. We said in the last episode that boycotting falsehood begins with disavowing it. You began it once. You became stained by it. And now, knowing its shame and its burden, you must step away. Not every change can happen overnight. But awareness, opening minds, is the first revolution. Fruits grow slowly, but the seed of perception must be planted now. Build your actions upon worldly means, but take from them only what serves righteousness. Use the world, don't worship it, and fight those who drag humanity into arguments, chaos, and endless division. Those who turned abundance into distraction, knowledge into traps, indifference into war. Their existence itself is a test, so that truth and falsehood may be known only by those who see with the light of their hearts. Those who see only with their eyes, and think sincerity is enough without inner work. They fall first. They claim to see, but they have no route to return to. When paths branch and choices collide, they are tested, and they fall. Because the matter is not theirs, and never was. Indeed, all command belongs to God alone. They were warned of the trial of the deceiver, yet they live daily in deception. Their tongues flatter tyrants. Their hearts are asleep. They claim to teach truth, holding diplomas of cardboard, and call them sciences. But they have become ambassadors of hypocrisy, reciting praise for governments that neither judge by God's law, nor permit justice to live. They think this is progress. But where is the jealousy for faith? Where is the courage to say, this is wrong? This is the real trial. Not rebellion, but silence. They stole your minds, and told you that the troublemaker is the one who speaks truth. They told you, he who warns of punishment is the source of fitna. But no, the real fitna is to watch evil and call it peace. Do not be fooled by calm. Only the deluded are deceived. By God's patience, they will be paid exactly for what they have done. They are asleep, hypnotized by comfort. They say, we want change, but they do not move. They say, we believe, but they ally with falsehood. Their hearts fear men, not God. Their mouths speak justice, but their actions serve their masters. They are afraid to lose provision, so they sell truth for a salary. Tell them, you are the ones meant by these words. You are the enemies of change. Until you admit your wrongs, and return what was taken unjustly, or be struck by truth itself. But whoever follows the light is taken out of darkness. The veils fall, and sight becomes vision. Whoever is blind to it here will be blind there, veiled from his Lord. There is no bliss like seeing God, the greatest bliss of paradise. The prophet used to pray, O Allah, I ask you for the delight of looking upon your noble face, and the longing to meet you. Narrated by Ahmad. And God said, faces that day will be radiant, looking toward their Lord. Surah Al-Qiyamah, 22-23. And he said, when the people of paradise enter paradise, God will say, do you wish for anything more? They will reply, have you not brightened our faces? Have you not saved us from the fire? He will lift the veil, and they will see their Lord. And nothing will be more beloved to them than that sight. Narrated by Muslim. Ibn al-Qayyim said, the greatest bliss of the hereafter is seeing the face of God, hearing his speech, and being near him. The sweetest thing in this world is knowing and loving him, and the sweetest thing in paradise is seeing him. How deprived is he who lived without knowing God? How blind is he who will be veiled from him on the day of return? Whoever knew God here found patience easy, and the world small. His will became God's will. He melted into divine love, into light that shines but does not burn. He drinks from the original source, the eternal flow, until he fulfills the covenant of guardianship, the station of the Aliyah. For them, light is mercy, and between them and the heedless, a wall will rise. Inside it mercy, outside it punishment. Only those who are patient reach this light. Those who prefer others to themselves. Those who love without envy or arrogance. Because light accepts only love, only purity of heart. Envy, pride, hatred, these extinguish light. Think of the body's numbness, the tingling when you've sat too long. That alarm in your nerves says, move, change, wake up. So too does the soul. Without movement, without change, there is death. Whoever says, I don't need to change, I'm safe, is already tested, already deceived. For the servant is commanded to grow, If you preserve God, He preserves you. If you know Him in ease, He knows you in hardship. The heart, that sacred organ, God turns as He wills. So never feel safe from trial. Never assume you are beyond His plan. Pray for steadfastness. Pray for guidance. Pray for renewal. Because if you are not increasing, you are decreasing. There are no extra days. Every dawn is a gift. A chance for transformation. Do not fear tests. They come suddenly. They strike the ego. They reveal your hidden attachments. You will fall, but only to rise awakened. Some say, we have a plan to face the challenges. But the real challenge is the test of the heart. And it comes unseen. Those who rely on their knowledge, without changing their hearts, will fail. Because trials are not random. They are designed to shake what is stagnant, to force the outer and inner, to become one truth. So repent quickly. Change your perception. In Moroccan words, know what was wrong and what was right after your mistake. And change the programming behind the plan. Because the same mind will always reproduce the same outcome. Without new awareness, you'll circle endlessly saying, we've changed, but nothing happened. Sometimes the obstacle is not the plan, but the people. Those who never learn, who see only the surface, must be replaced or removed. They live to frighten others, but their fear will expose them. Because when truth arrives, it burns their false claims, and their silence screams. Ask them, why speak truth only behind closed doors? Why flatter the tyrant face to face, and curse him only in his absence? Truth deserves to be spoken before power, not behind its back. The voice of truth must rise, not bow to fear. But when trials strike, they still don't repent, because they believe they are safe. That illusion is the worst disease. And so the trial enters, without knocking, even into their homes. Let them speak truth to power, even if it's a ruler. If he refuses to hear, his defeat is near. Do not fear him. The people's role is to help him, to advise, to correct, to guide him to truth, not to support his wrong, through silence or fear. Because the ruler exists to uphold justice, and the people exist to remind him of it. And whoever God wills to test, you will not find for him any protection against God. A simple example, these phones we hold, did they manage to escape their own trial? No, they serve, yes. But they also distract, they numb hearts, they feed vanity, they brought ease, and heedlessness. Yet people still do not take heed. And they should.